WWE 2k20 Universe Mode, I'm BrendenPlayz, this is SmackDown, and tonight we're going to see Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy in our main event as we begin the Elimination Chamber qualifiers for the SmackDown brand. Who will go through to the Elimination Chamber? We will find that out and much more in this episode of SmackDown. So let's get it underway and check out the card for tonight's show. First of all, we got Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with Rowan. McIntyre has wins as of late. Can he find another one? Asuka looking to get herself back to the top of the women's division with a match here against Zelina Vega. We'll also see the Authors of Pain, AOP, take on Apollo Crews and Shelton Benjamin, who are still trying to, find themselves to the tag team. They're a brand new team. How will they fare against the very good AOP? Rey Mysterio and Bobby Lashley will compete in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match as well. That will be big. Lashley is nearly unstoppable. Can Rey Mysterio dethrone another giant tonight? Mandy Rose and Natalya will go one-on-one as we search for the next contender for the Women's Championship. We'll see that one later on, as well as Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, the match we mentioned a moment ago. That should be a good one. Drew McIntyre gets a win over Rowan. Asuka picks up a win over Zelina Vega as well. And the AOP, too good for the brand new team of Benjamin and Cruz. Alright, let's get into this episode of SmackDown. And it is the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio, in action to get us underway. Rey Mysterio has come up against the biggest and baddest of all, but he's one of those guys that just finds a way. Well, tonight he needs to find that again. Mysterio, of course, last time we saw him on a regular basis, he had his big rivalry with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Mysterio hasn't quite been able to bounce back from that since, but tonight, great opportunity for Rey. 45 wins to his name here in Universe Mode. He's been Tag Team Champion in the past, yet to be World Champion here in Universe Mode, and this may be the perfect opportunity for him to do so. Go on to the Elimination Chamber, book yourself a spot at WrestleMania. That is what's on the line. Of course, we still don't know where Sami Zayn is going to go. Is he going to stay on SmackDown or is he going to go to Raw? And of course, Zayn does go to Raw. And that will mean the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match will be a #1 contenders match. If Zayn stays on SmackDown, that means this match will be for the WWE Championship. That is why it is so important right now to be a part of this upcoming Elimination Chamber. Whether you are going for the #1 contendership or the championship, nonetheless, you will book your place at WrestleMania if you can get the big win in the chamber. The almighty Bobby Lashley, I tell you what, he is mighty indeed. This man is just on an absolute roll. Currently the United States Champion. He's had rivalries, of course, with Jeff Hardy over that championship. And Lashley, might be time for him to decide to step up and challenge for the big one. And he's got a great opportunity to earn himself a shot. 21 wins, 88% win ratio. For anyone that is not currently undefeated, Lashley he's got the best record. There's only a couple of guys undefeated here in Universe Mode, and they're relatively new. Lashley's been around for a bit now. Of course, he had that rivalry with Brock Lesnar. And of course, he beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Went on to become US Champion, and he's been on the rise ever since. He's really looked likely to become a World Champion at some point. I think this is Lashley's biggest and best opportunity to get himself in the chamber and get his chance to be part of WrestleMania. And maybe his only chance for a while. He's going to make the most of it as Mysterio with a good start there, Hurricane Rana. Of course, follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz to stay up to date with everything that is going on with the channel and find out when my next video will be uploaded right there on the Twitter page. As Mysterio once again with the head scissors. This has been a great start here by Rey, and no surprise, obviously Rey Mysterio, he's been around for a long time. He's beaten some of the best that you'll ever see, and he's obviously always up to the challenge of facing someone who's bigger than him, because 99% of the time, every time he has a match, his opponent is going to be bigger than him. And Lashley obviously considerably larger in size, but Rey Mysterio's got a big heart, and we know that. And as we saw him go up against the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, a few months ago, that was a very tough assignment for Rey, and You know, he battled through injury to try and defeat Bray Wyatt. Of course, never quite happened. But Mysterio is looking for redemption. He's looking for that next, that next step in his career. What is next for Mysterio? And what is next could be the WWE Championship. But Lashley with a big slam could be all here for Ray, but a kick out. He's just got to get himself a part of the chamber, because Elimination Chamber is a very interesting scenario, because you don't necessarily have to be the best man in the match. Quite often you don't want to be the best man in the match, because that can make you the target. There's going to be 5 other men to have to deal with in that one. And if you can draw, the better number, if you can enter that match towards the end, and maybe some of your opponents are already eliminated, they're tired, they're worn down, you come in fresh, give yourself a hell of an opportunity to capture that championship. It really is about a bit of luck, a bit of timing, and, I think just kind of picking your spots. Don't try and, overplay your hand. Just take it easy. Do what you got to do to survive, but don't try and make yourself the big target. And I don't think someone like Rey Mysterio would necessarily be that man. Whereas Lashley, obviously having the record that he does, coming into the chamber, I think he's going to be a very big target, a very, very big threat. I don't think anyone's going to let him just walk straight into the chamber and do what he does best. I think he would be a huge threat, and everybody would try to get him out. Whereas Mysterio might fly under the radar a little bit more, considering his track record in recent times hasn't been the best. And of course his size and everything to go along with that. As Lashley, oh my goodness, he picked up Mysterio and drove the shoulder in with a spear. But Ray's okay. Lashley probably didn't get everything he wanted on it. Mysterio missing that right hand as Lashley comes back in the ring. So 2 very different men who will have very different approaches to the Elimination Chamber. And there's no right or wrong, we know that. As Lashley gets Ray against the ropes, couldn't quite capitalize on that with a snapmare instead. And Lashley will drive Mysterio towards the corner. And he can't quite connect. Mysterio with a boot, and now the Bulldog. Lashley, US champion. And we know that if he doesn't quite get it to WrestleMania, as the WWE champion, of course, by winning the chamber, he'll have to defend that championship at WrestleMania if he can make it that far as champion. And we know someone like Rey Mysterio, if he can pick up a win over Lashley here and doesn't go on to win at the chamber, might just put him in line for that US championship opportunity. And of course, Lashley's only lost 2 singles matches here in Universe Mode. Once against Brock Lesnar and another against Jeff Hardy. Lashley, one other loss, of course, being a part of the Royal Rumble. So, Lashley, not many men have been able to beat him, and that's why it'd be so big if Mysterio could do it right here. Not just to get himself in the chamber, but also, a huge win like this to really kickstart his career again and remind everybody how good he is. Lashley back in the ring. Mysterio tried to meet him with the right hand. Lashley not having any of it. Picks up Mysterio now, and here's the power on display. Lashley has got all the strength in the world. He's holding Mysterio up there. It's with ease now. Lashley doing it easy and could be about to put Mysterio away. Mysterio struggling. Is this going to be all here? Ray, has he got anything left? He does. Mysterio with a kick out. Lashley not through yet though. He's got to keep the offense going, but Ray finds the enziguri. Now heading to the top. Mysterio, can he capitalize? No, Mysterio decided against it. Lashley did get to his feet. And oh no. Lashley's in position. Mysterio, oh, he does not go for the 619. Is that a mistake? He had Lashley right where he wanted him. Ray, though, with a splash. The frog splash. Lashley in trouble. Ray's gonna do it. No. Well, I tell you what. That 619 was right there for the taking. Mysterio decided not to go for it. I'm not sure if that was wise. Now Lashley. Oh, he drives Mysterio down with a flatliner. And Lashley picks up the win. Well, Mysterio had it. He had this match. He just had to go for the 619. And that's a mistake that has cost Ray dearly. Lashley wins again. He's going to the chamber now, the first man to qualify. And a sign of respect. And Lashley, wow, that's not like him. Shakes the hand of Mysterio. Well, Lashley's got respect for the veteran. Well, at least there is some sort of decency left in Bobby Lashley. Nice win tonight, though, for the big man. Next match here on Universe Mode, it's going to be Sonya Deville taking on Natalya. Mandy Rose ringside as well. 9 wins for Sonya Deville, 35% win ratio at the moment. And that number, I think, will grow. She's got a lot of talent. And Mandy Rose ringside as well will only help her cause. So we're on the lookout for the next contender for the Women's Championship. We, of course, know that Bayley won the Women's Royal Rumble match. And she's yet to decide whether she's going to stay on Raw or come back to SmackDown. And whilst we wait, we're going to figure it all out here on SmackDown by having some of our up-and-coming talents and up-and-coming contenders such as Natalya and Sonya Deville in action. Well, Natalya, she's got the most wins out of anybody in the women's division on SmackDown, 73 of them. She's been around for a long time. She's had a lot of success. But for Natalya, I mean, this is the big question. Can she still do it? At this stage of her career, is she still good enough to be a top-tier contender for the Women's Championship? I'm not sure. We've seen Sasha Banks come to SmackDown in the last few months and really step up the game of everybody in the division. Everyone's been put on notice. Sasha's been very, very good. Seems like that could be the direction we're heading. Sasha Banks in the mix right now for the Women's Championship. Of course, Charlotte Flair is currently the Women's Champion here on SmackDown, so the question will be, you know, who's going to take it from Charlotte? And somebody like Sasha, definitely, we've seen her before as champion a few times, definitely is good enough. But is that the only person right now in the mix? We've seen Asuka pick up a win. Ember Moon, coming to the Royal Rumble, was one of the favorites to win the Women's Royal Rumble, but of course, she was embarrassed in the Royal Rumble match. She was out early on. She may be looking for a bit of redemption. So she's still someone to keep an eye on, but of course, Natalya and Sonya Deville in this one right now. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, I think they're starting to get it. You know, they're starting to really work together as a team, you know, pick up wins as singles or as a team. They're starting just to improve leaps and bounds. Natalya, as we saw, her record is still great after all these years. You can never count her out. But will it be the up-and-coming Deville or the veteran getting themselves further up the ranks here in the women's division? That's the big question right now, and I definitely don't know where this match is going to go. Of course, we'll see it unfold in a moment's time, but some interesting names. And of course, we didn't mention Nia Jax. She was someone that had a good showing in the Royal Rumble. And she's someone to always keep an eye on. So the women's division has a few big contenders that could certainly give Charlotte a run for her money. As old Natalya from behind gets met with the elbow there by Sonya Deville. Not good at all. If you're Natalya, you don't want to be hit with that. Deville now with a kick. Now some more. Sonya Deville with the right hand. And more of a clothesline, I should say, is now Sonya in control here. She's looking very good. Bit of an MMA background. She can strike pretty well. And Natalya quickly finding that out. But of course, Natalya, you know, she's got all the technical ability in the world. So this is a pretty good matchup for both women here. Oh, look at these strikes here by Deville. Wow, just hammering away at the midsection of Natalya. And she's going to be hurting. Maybe a little bit winded. Oh, again by Deville. Referee might have to get himself involved here. Those closed-handed fists striking Natalya repeatedly. Natalya's in a bit of trouble. Using the ropes right now to stay on her feet. Natalya with a bit of offense, but quickly shut down by Deville with a single leg takedown. Deville's doing it easy right now. She's really showing up the veteran. This would be a great win, a bit of a feather on the cap for Sonya Deville if she can pick up a win over Natalya. And certainly would improve the stocks of Mandy Rose and Deville as a team, as now Natalya has her up. And Natalya's wrenching the body. She's got a bit of a bear hug. Modified bear hug. Certainly had the grip of one. As Natalya with a spinning lariat. Could be all here. In trouble now. 2 and a kick out. Well, Natalya had a firm grip on Sonya Deville, and Sonya's able to stay in. Oh! She's certainly staying in it. big boot right there. Natalya quickly sent down and able to get the shoulder up again. Well, I tell you what, this is a close battle between these two women, both looking to move up the ranks here on SmackDown. They know what's on the line. And a nice kick again by Deville. And, oh my goodness, Natalya's going to have some bruising around that area, that is for sure. Sonya is just hammering away. And those right hands just, they're right on the money. They're in the target zone. And Deville with another kick. She is just relentless now. And not even taking a breath at all, just remaining on her opponent at all times. She wants this win badly, and you got to respect that. Natalya lifeless at the moment, going nowhere. And Deville, another kick, but Natalya might be about to have enough of that. Natalya fighting back now. And about time, she's running out of time. Deville has done the damage. Natalya moving very slowly. Natalya, though, is looking to put this one away. She's trying to save this match for herself. The sharpshooter locked in. Deville's in the center of the ring. Nowhere to go, and she'll tap out. Natalya just goes back to Old Faithful. The sharpshooter submission she knows and has perfected for so long. And she goes back to the move that has brought her to the dance in the past. A big win tonight for Natalya. I tell you what, I didn't think she was going to get it. I thought that Deville had her done. And those vicious strikes, you would have thought maybe that was where we were headed. But Natalya able to pick up the win here tonight. And I'm not sure if this gives her a title opportunity next, but it will certainly put her back in the mix after, well, just kind of floundering around for a while. Natalya gets the win she needs to put her back in the hunt potentially for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We know Sasha Banks wants it. Well, you can add Natalya to that list. Big win tonight by Natty, and this is a win that could definitely resurrect her chances at once again becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion. Well, the first spot is officially taken in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Who will take the second? Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton is about to take place. And this is a match I'm looking forward to. Jeff Hardy has been good over the last few months. Of course, he's had his battles with Lashley. The first man to qualify, of course, was Lashley. Hardy's had his battles there with him. He's been US champion. Not to forget, of course, how good he has been as a tag team champion in the past. There's no doubt that Jeff has got the ability, he's got the capabilities of being world champion. It's only a matter of time until we see him in that capacity once again. He's got a good record. And now it's time to see him in action and see what he can truly do. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. This should be a good one. Well, ever since arriving to SmackDown, Randy Orton has really started to gain some momentum. And Randy is starting to get back to the form that once made him world champion here in Universe Mode many years ago. I tell you what, Randy is starting to really show his best. You know, he's up there in age now. He's a veteran. He's been around for a long time. But Randy still has what it takes to be the top man here on the brand. I think he could go toe-to-toe with anybody right now here on SmackDown. Starting to rack up some wins, as I said. 71 now to his name. He's picked up a few in the last couple of weeks. Randy is really starting to impress. But this is where it all matters. This is where it counts. He's got to utilize this momentum and turn it into a win tonight. He needs this W to put him in the Elimination Chamber and give himself a chance of getting back to the top of the mountain. Won't be easy. Jeff Hardy is one of the best in the business. We know this. This match is underway. Both men looking just to lock it up and start traditionally. Don't mind it, as Randy with the early advantage. Jeff Hardy will look to quicken the pace. Randy's just happy to keep it slow, methodical. That's his style. Wear down your opponent. Beat him down. Pick apart a body part. Target it. Injure it. Do whatever it takes. Randy Orton is sadistic at times. Jeff Hardy, he's a risk taker. He's a high flyer. He's a daredevil. And he'll do what he has to do to win. He doesn't care. He'll put his body on the line. He'll risk it all. And that's what's made Jeff Hardy so successful here in Universe Mode and throughout his entire career as a neckbreaker there by Orton. Randy Orton will grab a hold of Jeff Hardy, pick him up, and now the inverted backbreaker. Utilizing his back and getting Jeff Hardy's head onto Randy Orton's back. So Jeff Hardy, not the start he was looking for here. Randy with the early advantage. Now the fall-away slam, and Randy lands Jeff right onto those ropes. Harsh landing right there as now Orton, look out, with another neckbreaker. Randy no rush to keep the offense going. Jeff Hardy trying to get himself back into it. And Randy looking for another neckbreaker. Worked it before, he'll try it again. And this time is successful once again. Orton now can't quite connect. Jeff with a jawbreaker. And now sends Orton down face first. That's better there from Jeff. This is what we want to see from Jeff Hardy. Getting a bit of momentum, getting some offense in. As a big right hand by Orton. Now the elbow. Well, SmackDown's full of some big contenders right now. We saw The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, last week appear and really pick apart everybody. He put the entire locker room on notice. He attacked Daniel Bryan, of course. He got a hold of Randy Orton and sent a message to Lashley. But ultimately, it was Roman Reigns that was having to stare down at The Fiend. So there's a big chance that Bray Wyatt may get himself a chance to be a part of the chamber. And if he does, that could be huge. As Hardy into the Boston Crab. Well, he just slid into that one. That was slick. As a boot there by Orton. And Daniel Bryan, I'm sure, would love a spot in the chamber, but he hasn't been able to really pick up a win at all since returning. So he's struggling a little bit. Rey Mysterio, he's out. He's missed out on his chance. Jeff Hardy, he won't want to join that list. Seth Rollins still has a chance to qualify as well. We'll see if Rollins can be a part of it. But right now it's up to Orton, who's heading to the top. This is not his bread and butter. He finds the elbow, and all it does is hit the canvas. That's where Orton could make a vital mistake in this one, trying something that he's not accustomed to. That's not what he's best at, and he's missed the mark. Orton now has Jeff, fall-away slam, and Hardy will get out of there. Well, Randy's able to recover, despite the fact that he missed that elbow drop. That could have been catastrophic to his chances, but luckily it did not do the damage that we perhaps thought it would have. There's Orton now. What is he doing here? Oh my goodness, Randy Orton. Well, he is, I don't know, is this the, I guess, inverted Boston Crab? It's hard to really say, but Randy, I've never seen him do that in his life. You know, he's thought Jeff Hardy utilized the Boston Crab. Why not try something of my own? I don't think he really, well, does he know how to do the move? I've never seen him do it, but Randy Orton trying something different nonetheless. Jeff Hardy still fighting here. Orton, though, has had control for majority of the match. But this is when Jeff can strike back. Start to quick the pace a little bit. And able to flip Orton through. And Orton lands harshly onto the canvas. Jeff Hardy needs to get this one going. This will do it. Twist of fate, no. Just finds it right on the shoulder. Didn't quite get the full extent. And Orton with a kick out. So Jeff Hardy could have easily hit the twist of fate there, but instead he wanted to hit the jaw on the shoulder rather than the canvas. Maybe a mistake, as now Jeff heading to the top. Swanton bomb, he got it! Jeff Hardy hits the jugular. Jeff Hardy, no! Jeff Hardy had the chance to win it all, but I just worry, was the setup, the twist of fate, you know, he could have done a lot more with that. Was that the mistake? Orton, if he had been hit a little bit more with a twist of fate, and if it had been a bit more effective, the Swanton bomb, that combination may have been enough. Instead, this match continues. Orton still in it. Jeff Hardy with a big miss. And Orton with the knee. And went for the drop kick and swatted away by Hardy. And Randy now grabs a hold of Jeff, has the ropes. Orton looking for it. Hits him with a DDT. Randy could win this one right there with that move. Hardy's down. He's lifeless at the moment. Randy wasting time. Orton with the cover. Hooks the leg. Could be a hit for Hardy. And oh, a late kick out of two. Randy can't believe it. He thought he had him. Now Orton lines up Jeff. Maybe RKO time soon. It would be huge if Randy could find it right now. It should win in the match, you'd feel. Orton, though, can't quite set him up the way that he wanted. And now Orton drives Hardy into the corner. Randy trying to fire himself up here. And Randy has Hardy right where he wants him. And drops him down. Jeff Hardy's own momentum used against him. Just slotted straight back down. And Randy, look out! RKO! Randy Orton will qualify for the chamber! No! Jeff Hardy kicks out! How did he do that? We're going to take a quick break in this match. We'll be back after this. Well, there's one more episode of Universe Mode before the NXT Takeover Special, the 14th edition of Takeover, and we're running through the match card for you right now. This event will feature a brand new championship introduced. The NXT North American title will finally come to Universe Mode. We're going to see Matt Riddle, Keith Lee clash heads as well. Shayna Baszler, she defends her title, as does EC3 and Ricochet. And of course, the tag titles on the line with the Viking Raiders defending against Street Profits. There is so much to look forward to at this TakeOver event. And see all the lead up, the final NXT in the next episode of Universe Mode before NXT TakeOver. Yes, one more episode of NXT to come before TakeOver. And of course, that will feature Tommaso Ciampa and Lars Sullivan in our main event. That's on the next episode of Universe Mode. And that's the final one before NXT TakeOver, which will be coming your way next week. Looking forward to that one. Should be a great event featuring many big matchups there. Lots of titles on the line, including the new North American title, which is finally coming to Universe Mode, as Orton and Hardy continues their battle to try and earn themselves either a title or a title opportunity at the Elimination Chamber. And that's what is on the line here, a chance to be WWE Champion or a chance to go to WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber for SmackDown. Of course, Raw has an Elimination Chamber as well. And Randy Orton in the driver's seat at the moment, you have to feel, before the break, had the RKO. Hardy surprised us all with a kick out. Couldn't quite believe it. But Hardy good enough to stay in this match, but for how much longer? You see Orton, the effects of this one starting to get to him. Down to a knee, slowing down a little bit, frustration kicking in. And he's going to try and find something. Does he go for the RKO again? Does he try something different again? We saw it earlier on. And we may be seeing that again. Orton twisting him around, and he's trying here with a submission again. Randy Orton maneuvering Jeff Hardy's body, putting the pressure on his back, but Hardy able to break free. And now Orton, just slammed down right in front of Jeff. And Randy, he's struggling here. Jeff Hardy looking for more. Hardy once again slamming Orton down. Orton harshly into the canvas there. His back has got to be hurting. Now met with a standing drop kick by Jeff. And Hardy's got him right where he wants him, I feel, to go off the top of the rope. Randy's in prime position. And Hardy, what can he produce? Jeff Hardy! Beautifully executing that, just tossing Orton over the top of himself. And Orton is in trouble here. He's staggering. Those elbows, those strikes, they're effective. Orton needs to try and dig deep here. Jeff Hardy could be on his way to the chamber. And what would I feel be a little bit of an upset considering Orton's momentum heading into this one. Randy Orton needs to try and find the RKO again. Or maybe this is going to be it. Randy has him against the ropes. Orton lining him up. Randy Orton with the DDT again. Does he go for the win here? Or does he try for the RKO to follow it up? I think he's going to go for the cover. He's wasted a lot of time. Jeff Hardy had a bit of chance to recover, and he just gets the shoulder up. That is not a kick out, that is a shoulder getting off the canvas. That is barely a survival. This may be the end. The RKO. Orton could do it here. And he has. Orton wins. Randy Orton picks up the win and is going to the Elimination Chamber. Oh man, I tell you what, he had a chance there to really lose it all. He had control and he was just struggling a little bit towards the end. Hardy building a big comeback. He had a lot of work to do, a big hill to climb, but he was there. Hardy fought right to the end. Orton found the RKO though and put his opponent away. Well, that is the win that Orton needed. He's now got himself either a title shot at the Chamber or a chance to go to WrestleMania. We don't quite know yet, we'll find out soon, but what we know is Orton and Lashley both have qualified. Things are looking tough already for our Elimination Chamber participants. This is going to be a big match. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this episode of Universe Mode. For more coverage of Universe Mode, check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com. And of course, join the forums and the Discord whilst you're there. Follow me on Twitter @BrendenPlayz. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.